All right, hello. So we're back. I got to notice these users of the SDK that we have this update. So I'm waiting for some feedback. I'm trying to rally like some of the people. Well, the main person responsible for the roadmap and everything for the SDK is in San Francisco, so we're on different time zones. Anyways, so we iterated yesterday and we talked about like Overmind has this amazing dev tool. Let's see if we can find it here. Overmind. That just gives you so much insight into your state management. And then we talked about like the thing that really enables this is because Overmind passes a context as the first argument into every action. And you kind of have that with classes. You have the this reference. And since we only want to track method calling from React, we are actually able to do this. We can actually provide like a unique like action context every time a method is called from React. So we're gonna explore that. So we're actually just gonna run the dev tool, and then we're gonna copy some code from Overmind, and then we're gonna see how far we get with this. So I'm pretty pumped. That's a weird word. Anyways, so we're gonna start by how are we gonna start? I think we're just gonna inside this proxy, we're just gonna start a connection to the dev server, and then we're just gonna start firing events, I think. And then see what happens. We can clean it up later. But first we need some information, or we need some code from Overmind. Where do I have a link to the actual repo? Oh. Overmind. Let's see. Packages. Overmind. Source. Hopefully, yeah, we have dev tools here. Ugh. What's all of this? What's a safe class name? Oh, yeah, I think I know what that is. Yeah, so we're just gonna fire this thing up, and then we're gonna see what happens. Name. Oh yeah, I remember this. We actually check. Yeah, and then we connect to it. Okay, let's just copy this because there's nothing. Okay, we need serialize. What's that? Oh, yeah, this is just for I don't think we need that serialize thing. But so let's just copy this for now. And yeah, let's just create like new devtool.ts. Let's drop that log level. I'm not sure why we have that. Oh yeah. Let's drop log level. Oh, interesting. A few things we're not actually. Yeah, let's just do log. Oh yeah, like that's the thing. Oh, warning. Are there other log levels? No. Oh, that's interesting. Console warn. So yeah, this is not even typed. So we don't really have like serialize means that we are handling a class. And we're not, this is also the interesting thing. Like we're never actually consuming a class. It's very fascinating how this is gonna work. So we're gonna kind of drop that for now. Yes. And then we're just going to create in the, not in the query, but in the proxy, we're just going to create a devtool, const devtool, new devtool, devtools, I guess, Mobx Lite. So devtool.connect, and the host will be localhost 3031, I think. And then we have on message, message. Yeah, because you can send messages, devtools message. And then I think now that we have devtool.send. Okay, cool. So let's see if we can kind of just get that connection running. So we're going to run, yeah, I guess we can run it here. npx overmind devtools next. Yeah, sure. And then is this Bonsify beat demo? This is the thing we want to run. Okay, so this is the, I don't know if I can zoom. No, I can't actually zoom into it. That, oh, wait. Oh, there you see it. That was weird. Yeah, kind of sad that I can't zoom it. Can I? Even if I bring up the Chrome DevTools, can I like, it would be nice if I could zoom. Because here I'm only zooming there. Yeah, this kind of sucks. More tools. Yeah, this is like super tiny. You can't see anything. I guess I could do like, okay, I guess it just has to look like this for now. But let's see if we open the actual localhost. Was it 5173? Oh, 74. Localhost 5174. So, oh, interesting. Not connected. Why didn't it do that? Oh, we have to build it first, I think. Oh yeah, this is just yarn build. Oh, not found. Oh, we had build issues. Oh, of course. We can't build when we have these kinds of things. Why are you? I'm just gonna say that you are. Oh, come on. Oh, I guess it's here. Host string on message. Okay, let's just do that. Ah, damn it. Oh, 3031. That's not what I connected to, was it? Oh, it was. Fuck. No errors? Yeah. Damn it. Not connected. Yeah, I wonder if it's just me not having the proper, well, I guess this would be WS. Like, what does it actually do? Oh, it actually says host or local host. Yeah. Dag nugget. Do I have to give it? No, I do have a name on it. Ah, that sucks. I wonder what's happening. Oh, new WebSocket. So there's no error. There's nothing coming out of it. It's almost like it doesn't even. Why isn't there anything going on here? Connecting to WebSocket. Thinking. Why isn't this working? Why isn't it saying anything? Why is it not saying anything? There's no on error. There's no on close. What the fuck? Ah, you know what? The whole stream is going to be just connecting to the devtools. But why isn't there any? Oh, it says pending. Interesting. Name. Switching protocols. So it kind of seems to be running. Fuck. I think we have to figure this out first. Yeah, but I did reload the browser several times. It's kind of weird. And it gets stuck in pending, which is also weird. It's almost like it actually hits that. So if I were to close it, then we get the connection refused. But when it's running, it's kind of getting... I'm not sure what the state is supposed to be. Oh, you know what? Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what it is. Sorry. We actually have to send a message. I think that's the reason. Let's see. Let's run it again. And now let's go and jump into some more Overmind code. Because I think we just have to send like an init message. Let's see, packages, Overmind. Let's see. Let's see if we're doing anything. Where do we actually new dev tools? I wonder where we're creating it. Maybe here. No. Oh. DevTools. Options.devtools. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this initialize DevTools. There we have it. Okay, cool. So it's creating the DevTools. It connects to the DevTools. Here we have all that logic. Yeah, and this is where we're kind of hooking into, yeah, here it is, DevTools sending it. Sorry about that. So let's move to the proxy and we can just do DevTools send. And the state is just like this. Yeah, I wonder how we're gonna, so the limiter is dot. What's the delimiter used for? Are we passing paths with a delimiter? So we're not passing an array? Okay, let's just do dot for now. Let's see. Now we should have something. There we go. Boop. Empty object. Amazing. Okay. So our first task is to, and what's interesting here is that we're not gonna like go to our state and just say, go to our state and say like, populate this whole thing. It's all gonna be driven by React. So the state tree doesn't reflect all your state management. It reflects the state management active in your application, or that has been accessed by your application, which is like, I'm not sure how that's going to feel like, but we'll figure it out. Because typically, like, you do access a ton of stuff and you don't care about the state you haven't accessed, so it might make sense. But where's the... So let's figure out how does it actually send. So here it sends the full state tree, derive dirty, mutations. Yeah. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Refresh, execute action, mutation. Access the derived. Yeah, this is other stuff. Okay, so what exactly do we want to do here? We want to send an event. Oh, do we even have this? Because we do. Should I send a mutation? Type state, data path. Yeah, we kind of have to send a mutation. That's interesting. Yeah. So I think this is how we're going to do it. We're just going to send type state, data, path, and value. Yeah, it's not a mutation, but we're sending a state update. But when we access stuff in the proxy, we're going to send whatever we access to the devtools. So that's what we're going to do first. See if we can build up the state tree based on what we're accessing. So to be able to do this, we have to keep track of what path we are in as we're accessing the proxy. So the proxy is at the root level, right? So path would then be like an empty object. But then we're actually going to pass the path down here and here. So let's type those as well. Oh, what did I do? So this is going to be a path, a string. These are always going to have, they're not going to default to anything. Path. Cool. And then let's see. I think we're going to have some problems with this. Like, for example, if you have an array and you kind of move something from one part of the array to another part of the array, but it's the same item, we're going to have a cached proxy around that, which means that it's going to cache its position in the state tree as well, which is going to be tricky. But at the same time, yeah, maybe we'll just invalidate all the targets in an array when it mutates, for example. There's ways to get around that. But okay, so we start with, let's just do object proxy first because we don't have an array. So whenever we create a proxy here, let's make sure we boxed value, create proxy, we're going to say path concat key. Do we have create proxy somewhere else here? Yeah. Create proxy target path concat key. One thing that's a bit dangerous doing this is that you can technically have the same object assigned to different places in the state tree. That's true for overmind as well, which makes it, well, it basically just shows the, what's interesting here is that we're caching the proxies, which caches the position in the state tree. So here you wouldn't like even see it, I think. Yeah, in that other position. Let's see. Path concat key. Okay, so now we have the paths of whatever we access. And there's another thing here. If it's custom class. Yeah, sorry. So we also have path concat key. Yeah, recursively create proxies for nested objects. Cool. So now we're we're accessing something. Now the kind of a tricky thing here is yeah, and I wonder if we should actually just do this. So we're going to try something now. We're just going to say devtool send type state data path. What do we send the path as here? I wonder if it's an array or, yeah, whatever. And then the value is the result. But the thing is that this value might be a class instance, which means, yeah, is custom class. How do we do that? How do we say that it's a, oh, that was inside the DevTools, wasn't it? So when we send it, that's where we check. Okay, but we're just gonna do a single, let's do it as simple as possible. And the interesting thing is that, yeah, this is, okay, we have to start somewhere. Are we even sending anything? Let's see, what does this thing look like? Well, first of all, let's simplify this a lot. Let's do counter. Don't need this. Let's just do count, increase, plus plus, increase. Okay, so one thing I don't quite understand now is that we're passing, let's see if we get in there. You'll have to excuse the tiny text there. I can't do anything about it. Yeah, I'm a little bit curious why. Did I build it? I did build it, didn't I? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, sorry. So we can only send it there. We also have to send it here. And the path here would be path.concat key, by the way. That would be true here as well. Path concat key. Okay, let's see what happens now. Hey, look at that. We have our count. That's kind of cool. The only thing is that every time we, yeah, but we can track that. Yeah, like, of course, we can just check if has observed. Oh, don't we already do that? observed keys. Yeah, we already do that. So we only do this when we create the observable thing. Okay, so we have our count. So I guess the next thing we need to do is whenever we, yeah, so now we have to think about this action proxy. Because this action proxy isn't only responsible for one thing that's problematic is that now we are depending on the actions to change the state, I think. Yeah, so there is one problem. There could be like, if I have an interval, for example, running in my, yeah, okay, we have a big problem. So if I have a constructor here and I will run this interval, and that interval would update the count. That count would update in React because I access the count, but it wouldn't actually update. Okay, this is going to be memory intensive, but we kind of have to do an auto run here. We can make it work. So I'm gonna auto run. So every time, every time this thing changes, it's gonna inform the DevTools about it. So that means if we were to do an interval here, we can test it very quickly. So let's do constructor interval, set interval, this dot count plus plus. So every second we're gonna increase. Oh, why didn't that work? Oh, sorry. It's my bad. So this isn't the result, this is value get. No, sorry, that's wrong. Boxed value get. Yeah, no, I think that's fine. Okay, let's try it. Good morning. I'm having fun. I'm hooking Mobx to the over my DevTools. Look at that. And it's counting. Okay, we're done. No, we're far from done. Let's see. I just need just 2 seconds. Okay, cool. Let's see how far we get with this. So now we want to actually create that action proxy. So that means when we go and do this, we're going to say, we're actually not gonna, oh, okay, we have a problem. Okay, we have one problem, and that is, yeah, proxies are insane. I worked a shit ton with proxies, so I feel like one thing is the API of proxies. That's not like, that's very like kind of straightforward. But it's like figuring out what you can use them for. For example, the creator of Mobx, Michel, he built Immer as well. And that's like also using proxies. It's like you're sending in a mutable value, you're sending that out a callback as a proxy, and you just track whatever you want to do with that immutable state, and you update it immutably using the mutation API. It's really, 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 really cool. Let's see. The problem though is that this result is the method of the let's see, we don't have to do this, is this increase method, and we want to bind it to a proxy, but, and this is the thing, we want to bind it to a different proxy every time we call it, which means that we have to, oh, wait a minute, we can handle that. The point is we can't change the reference of the function. It needs to be the same function. So we're not going to do result of bind. We're going to say, we're going to do this, and then we're going to say target, and then we're going to do result call. How are we going to do this? Oh, this doesn't work. No. Yeah, sorry. Yes. No, wait a minute. This doesn't work. How would we do this? How can we change the... So we... No, this... Oh, sorry. Wait. How would we do this? How would we do this? Because I need that to be the same reference. But I want to be able to change this reference. But this should be possible. Like, why can't I express this? So if we're getting the properties here, so result call, like target, and then args. But the problem is the target here is now bound to this thing, and I don't want it to be bound to that thing. I want to call it. I think I have to do a trick here. So I want to... It's almost like I want to... Yeah, because I... Okay, I know how we can do this. Okay, so we're going to create a tiny little abstraction here called function create action proxy. And it's going to take... it's going to take the target, and it's going to take the function. Target is like any function is like a function. What we need to do is that we need to return something that has what's it called? Not a strong reference, but like the same reference all the time. So we're going to return just a function, but we're going to allow you to call that yeah, sorry. So this is going to be const action proxy function return action proxy function. So when you call this, you're going to call it with your arguments. So this is going to be args any, but then, yeah, sorry. So we're going to do this a little bit differently. So we're going to, yeah, okay, I got it now. So the actual func is the actual func would be something that yeah, exactly. Sorry, args any, and this returns func call. Let's just do target args for now. So this is our strong reference, and then we want to do we want to return that same func, only that it points to a different target. And you can only call, like, we only need to do this at the point of executing the function. So we can't safely just change target. Create action proxy. Yeah, I'm just going to call it change target. And then new target is any, and we're just saying new target. So the point is that you call these two every time you try to access a method. We're gonna grab this action proxy that we're gonna keep in our cache, and then we're gonna call change target on it. We're gonna create an actual action proxy in here, and then we're gonna set that as a target. So when you actually call this, oh wait, this is gonna be, because you might not, yeah, this is gonna be tricky. The problem is that it doesn't mean that you're actually calling it. Okay, you know what? We actually have to create a, oh, wait a minute. No, this is not how to do it. I know how to do it. So we're gonna create, yes, bound methods. What was the old code here? Result of bind target. Okay, so we're gonna create a new proxy, but this would only be in development though. What's wrong with this thing? Oh, there we go. We're gonna create a new proxy. That's gonna be an action proxy. Action proxy. Oh, I just, I just had that. But the point is that okay, we have target. Because you can actually, the target can actually be a function. That's the point. So we're gonna have a target. We're gonna return a new proxy, and we're gonna need to return a new proxy every time. And then we're gonna, there's a trap called wait, was it? Apply? Yeah, apply. This is when the function is actually called in the proxy. So this is the thing we're actually gonna store. So where is the thing? Bound methods key, bound methods. Okay. This should only be used in dev. So we're gonna say create action proxy for the result. Cool. And I think we actually need to pass in the target as well. Yeah, of course we need a target, because we're gonna create a proxy around the target as well. Like, but this is crazy stuff. But the point is, So we're actually processing the proxying the func, and then we're gonna, when this is called, I can't remember exactly how, this arg array, yeah. So we're just gonna do this, args, and when we call this, we are gonna do let's see, I need to stop looking at it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry. So we are gonna create. So we're just gonna first. We're just gonna try to run this. So we're gonna do reflect, apply. Yeah, func. Oh, sorry. Apply target. That will be target. And then args. No. What else does it need? 3 arguments. It takes the. Oh, okay. Sorry. So this is func target args. Okay, so now let's see if the increase even works first. It should. Yeah, let's just run it. Though it's going through that proxy. Let's see. Do we? Yeah. Yeah, and it updates the thing. Now the thing about the DevTools is that it's gonna be like a memory leak, and that's fine. You saw that we're like running auto run around things that might disappear later, and that's gonna just, I think that's gonna keep the auto run there, but it doesn't matter. Like in development, you can have tons of memory leaks for development purposes. There won't be actual practical issues with it. What we're doing, yeah. So now we have this create action proxy, but now we're actually gonna I can't remember all this history. Yeah, so now we're gonna, yeah, the thing is that we're gonna pass a mutation now. And that means that we're gonna track mutations now. So we're gonna have a different kind of object proxy. Like we're actually gonna track mutations as opposed to preventing them. So to do that, we need another object proxy that doesn't really do anything else than just tracking the path and identifying any mutations. And then it's gonna send to the DevTools that mutation happened. So we need another proxy here. Create object mutation proxy. So this isn't like very special in any way. It's gonna have a path. Oh, what happened? Yeah, so what's interesting about this, oh, this is so cool. Because this path we're passing in here, like, so we need to pass in the path here as well. This is really, really cool. So okay, so I have to do a couple of sessions, but we're going to get to the point where we get this increase to actually track the mutation in the DevTools. And then there's so much to do here, but it's a really good proof of concept. Okay, so what we want to do every time we call the function is that we want to create a new create object mutation proxy. Proxy equals create object mutation proxy target, and this is the path. Yes, because this is what you're calling the function on. So this is the this reference, the target here. So that's where we want to track where you're doing your mutations. So a really tricky thing here is like, okay, so another problem is if you go up. No, wait a minute. Do I really need to do this? Yeah, I really need to do this. Yeah. The tricky thing is, if I were to, yeah, this is a big problem. If I were to say this dot parent, and the parent references like some parent, but maybe it actually works. We're gonna see. Maybe it actually works. Okay, so we're gonna create this. So that's gonna be the this reference. So it is gonna just like kind of use the target. Yeah, it's just gonna use the target. We're gonna have this thing that basically just tracks new proxy target. It's just for now. It's just gonna have a set trap. Other than that, it's gonna behave exactly the same. Reflect.set target key value. Target key value. So we're just gonna say devtools send. Sorry, devtool send. And the type here is, let's go and check it. So the thing is that the mutation we're passing to the devtool now isn't performing the mutation, right? We have a different mechanism for tracking the actual mutation, but what we're tracking now is what did the mutation. I just can't remember exactly what it's called. Execute action mutation. So I'm a little bit curious. Internal types. What are these internal types? Event type. Internal types. Event type. Yeah, oh, look at this. Okay. Action start, action end. Yeah, and mutations, there can be multiple mutations. Yeah, so flush is the one that notifies when overmind tells the view layer to reconcile. We don't, so there are a couple of things we won't be able to like track. I think maybe we will. But yeah, flushes doesn't make that much sense anymore. It made sense before, because before React 18, you would really have to control your mutations in the sense that, okay, this batch of mutations caused a render, but now with React 18, React does this for you. So it doesn't matter anymore. React batches renders. So if you're synchronously doing a bunch of different mutations and you're actually notifying React for every mutation, it's actually not going to render until it's done. So that's really not needed anymore. But we want to send action start, action end, I guess. Yeah, and that's an execute. Oh, look at this. Get mutation tree. Action ID. Let's see if we can just do mutations, execution. No, we do have, yeah, I remember we have to send action start and action end. Let's do that first. So we have, when we start this thing, and we can just await this to send action end, but for now we're going to do devtool send type action start. And then action end. I guess we need like an action ID. Action ID. Let's just do date now. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what it actually sends from this execution. But then we have mutations. Yeah, and then we have mutations. So this is going to send mutations. And I guess it's going to send I mutation. So what's I mutation? Oh, that's coming from proxy state tree. Overmind. Packages, proxy state tree, source. Maybe here. I mutation. No, coming from the types. Look at me being organized. Okay, so that's the thing. So method is a set. Oh, I guess it's data. Delimiter, I guess dot. I wonder if path is a string. That's weird. Why do we send? Okay, we're gonna look and see if we actually pass. So that would be value. Oh, I guess value. And this would be, this should really be, okay. Join. Okay, I'm just gonna do this for now. I wonder why we have strings there. Has changed value. True. Okay, we're gonna just use that for now. And then we're gonna see how that's actually being consumed. So now we have, wait, where's the, okay, where was it? Overmind? Initialize devtools. Jump down to it, please. Okay, so now we have some specific, yeah, this is just looking at mutations so that it can like update the state, but it also goes through the event type. And yeah, here it checks if it's a mutation. Okay, it splits on the delimiter, which means that we don't actually need to do this. Because the thing that it actually passes here, oh, it uses it to grab the value. That's interesting. Value, Oh, we want to trigger property access when setting objects in arrays, as any derived set would then trigger an update. Oh, this is just, okay, sorry. This is just some other stuff. So what do we actually do here? devtool send. Oh, we're actually just sending the data. Interesting. But I don't think we need everything. Maybe we should rather look inside. We shouldn't look here. We should look inside the actual devtools where it receives the... Oh, sorry, devtool client. We should look inside the devtool client, what it actually needs. Let's, oh, look at this. It is kind of nice. It is kind of nice. So when we get mutations, we call add mutations. And then for each mutation, for backwards compatibility, oh, ensure delimiter, okay. So we get action ID and execution ID. Okay, so we create an action ID per, okay, that makes sense. So the action ID would be up here, and then the execution ID would be down here. So we have a solid like action ID, and then, so that's action ID, execution ID. Oh, sorry, data. Hello. Come on. Okay, and then it uses, oh, message.appName. Oh, wait a minute, mutations. Yeah, action ID. Oh, message, that's something else, sorry. Operator. Operator ID? What the fuck is an operator ID? Oh, do we actually run the mutation? Oh, fuck, we do that. Okay, so we're gonna double run the mutations. That's fine. Because we don't know if it's... Oh, we could do the has changed value. We could say false on mutations. I think we're gonna do false. We update by observation. Oh, sorry. Create object mutation proxy. Yeah, I guess this also needs, oh my God. This needs, this actually needs, let's do path, execution ID, action ID. It needs to know this stuff. Wait, what the hell was that? Path. Let's see. Options. Path, execution ID, string. Action ID, string. Maybe these were numbers. It doesn't matter, I think. So yeah, I guess we don't, and then run mutation. Yeah, mutations for each. Okay. Yes, but this needs the action ID, because this was a combination of execution ID, options, execution ID. Yeah, so these were like execution details. There was a ton more execution details, but I don't think we need them. And then the method is a set. We have a delimiter. This is a little bit weird that we do this, but it's the way it is. And then run mutation. Let's just look at it. Yeah, so it splits on the delimiter. It's so weird. Why don't we just pass in the array? Yeah, it's weird. Anyways, then grabs the key, set, unset, or method, path key. Yeah, and this is the current state. Yeah. Cool. I think that's fine. The only thing here is that we're actually going to double change things. So we're going to send the state. Yeah, I guess we could have a global thing where we prevent that. But anyways, I think this is what we need. And then we have action start, action end. Okay, let's build this and see what happens. Oh, what did I do? Terminal? No, what did I do? Terminal. There we go. Where were we? Okay, so we have our counts. I changed it. Okay, we don't have a name. And there's no mutate. Oh, reading for each. Mutations.mute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, sorry. It's, yeah. Mutations. And then we have this. That's how it's going to look. I wonder, should it have a name? I mutation. Where's the execution? Oh, that wasn't here, was it? Oh, that was. Where's the I execution? Wasn't that in? That's not here. I think that was in. Oh, sorry. I think that was in actual overmine. Like internal types. We had I execution. Where the hell was that? I execution. When did we have that? I execution. It sounds like something that would be. Oh, where was that? Let me see if I can open this in. Please load. Oh, nice. Okay. Didn't I have something called I execution? Execution. Oh, interesting. Was it in overmine DevTools client? Oh, it hasn't loaded yet. Let's see. Just give me 2 seconds. I have it cloned here. Overmine. Oh my god. Packages, find in folder, I execution. Oh, it wasn't called I execution. Type execution. There we have it. It was internal types. I just searched the wrong thing. Internal types. Where are you? Execution. Wait, why aren't you finding it? Oh, it's still loading. Anyways, execution had, yeah, action name is also a thing. So where are we? Action name. I'm not sure if we actually need it there. Let's just put it here. Func name. Okay, we're gonna try this, see what happens. Where's the... Whoop. Oh, we had that thing running, but we still don't. Mutations. Message.data. Mutations. Didn't we fix that? So we're sending mutations, data, mutations. Maybe I need to refresh this thing. No. Oh, now it's a different one. Operator. Oh yeah, this was the operator thing. Mutations.operator ID. Actions ID. What is this? Sorry about that. Operator.events. Oh, am I sending the actions? Oh, fudge. I'm also doing that, aren't I? We're sending all the actions. Yeah, we are, so you can call them. But we don't have them. This is a tricky one. Okay, I don't think we can get past this. This is so interesting. Because we have this concept of an operator. But I wonder why we do it here. So we have... Or is it because actions isn't like populated yet? No, we're sending actions first. Maybe the action start thing actually needs some stuff. Could that be it? Wait, internal types. Internal types. What's going on here? Oh, execution, action ID. Yeah, we do have operator ID there. I wonder why we have operator ID when it's like a plain action. We have action start, mutations derived, effect, getter, component, and I think we're sending all the actions as well. What if we look at, where's the thing I looked at? Add mutations, where is the receiving of all the, oh, operators, actions, here we are. Init, add state and actions. Okay, so actually on the init, we are passing in all the actions. Okay. Interesting. We don't really have the actions now. So we're not able to map those actions to... You know what? We're gonna do... I think we need to stop here because I have to do some other things. But we're gonna rather run... we're rather gonna copy over the Overmind DevTools to this project. And then we're just gonna make the changes we need to make it run. Because it's a long time since I worked on Overmind DevTools and didn't know it had... Like, in Overmind, you know all the actions from the start, but now, since things are lazy, we don't know that. And the whole feature of like being able... I'm not sure if people actually use this feature. Like, of being able to like... execute an action from the Overmind DevTools, that's tricky because you don't have typing or anything. So yeah, I think we're gonna call this kind of a success. But we learned a lot, and then we have what we need to make this work, I think. But we need to start manipulating the DevTool itself to make this actually work. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna drop out, and I don't think I'm able to stream anymore until tomorrow. But that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be really fun, because then we have the DevTools, we can just manipulate it. We'll make the actions run. We track the actions. We can try like doing it async, because that's kind of the biggest challenge of tracking actions is doing it asynchronously. But here it should be super easy. And then we're going to see if we're also able to not manipulate, but track effects. And I have an idea for that. And then we need to look at like when we do go nested, as you could see now, you didn't actually have the counter class as like the top level thing. So that's also something we have to change. It's like we should be able to pass in which the class name the state belongs to. But it shouldn't be like an entry in the tree. It's like a group. The state is just grouped by like the object representing the state. Like let's refresh here. So let's see. Oh, hello. So this object will kind of have counter in front of it. So you kind of know what it relates to, right? But it's still just nesting stuff. Or maybe like here or whatever. Yeah, I'm really pumped about this because we can make this work. And then, but it would be a bit simpler. It wouldn't, we could have components. History will be there. We don't need flushes. We wouldn't have transitions or charts. But yeah. Nice. Okay, cool. We'll do another round tomorrow morning. Okay. Bye for now.